Abusuani komo our channel so how say AGH Politics Avenue. Podcast or set training because make headlines. Na jembre na edibi exum woni di ho brak se mu yembo nwura eye Iowa so North District Assembly. Oni omakopi mo PAC committee na oni cash irregularities be PM asa 2024 oni district common fund ya allocate ma omu no almost spending more than what is expected, but yemum abra omu adembre na omu ehwene yeko ani de ba owura nim nyamfo na sata mo no na owo district hono abepiem a omu edusa no.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable DC MC, welcome.
Thank you.
I like your hat. It fits you so well.
Thank you very much.
And you are Ayawasu Central or
No,
what?
North.
Not.
Ayawasu North. Okay,
Yes,
great.
please.
Thank you. So you are here on a cash irregularity infraction. You, within the law and the guidelines that operated on the use of common funds in 2024, you were allowed to spend up to 8% of allocated funds on local governance. The total allocation you got that year was 4,124,000 Ghana cedis. And so by 8%, your allowable limit was 329,000 Ghana cedis. Yet you spent 460,000 Ghana cedis, an excess expenditure of 130,000 Ghana cedis. How do you explain this? What happened?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, we are an assembly with a very limited IGF base. One, because the size is so small, 2.2 kilometers square, and within an enclave of very impoverished people. We are within Mamobi and Accra New Town. So we couldn't make a much IGF. So under the circumstances, we were compelled to fall on the common fund in renting of some facilities for substructures, among other things. That made us to go that much.
What's your IGF situation? How much IGF did you realize?
Honorable Chair, at the time we realized 1,058,000 Ghana cedis.
Out of a total budgeted amount of?
1.6 million.
Oh, just a marginal shortfall. So you know your IGF situation.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
But you had an obligation under the guidelines then that in terms of local governance, you are only allowed 8% limit to use. And yet you shot this, you overshot this. So that's an illegality. Why shouldn't I invite the chairman to sanction you?
Honorable Chair, because of the very circumstances I've explained that our assembly is in, I can only appeal that you don't invite the chairman to sanction us.
So, Honorable MCD, what you are saying is not different from any assembly in this country. All of them have issues with IGF generation. And yet, there are laws within which we administer our finances. And so you can't explain away your non-compliance with the rule with the fact that your IGF is under-generated. Indeed, in this specific case, the IGF argument wouldn't come in because you had a budget of 1.6 million, you were able to raise 1.58. So you don't really have that's what your IGF is.
No, Honorable Chair, I said 1,058,000.
Okay. And
1,058,000.
and 58,000.
Chair.
Yeah, and then your estimated was 1.6.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Yeah, but yeah, it's still in excess of 1 million. That's a lot of money for the so-called small municipality that you are describing.
Yes, Honorable Chair, it's quite a lot of money. But then our demands were a lot. Because at the same time, we needed to, get accommodation for national health insurance, MASLOC, among others, so that they can operate within our jurisdiction.
What has happened to that excess expenditure now? What have you done? The auditors made a recommendation that you should refund it to the to the DACF account. Have you done that?
Honorable Chair, we've not been able to do that yet.
Okay. Now, there's another related infraction. You also were allowed to spend up to 5% of the allocation on social security and environment category. So out of the 4.1, you are allowed 206,000 to spend. You spent 787. Again, way in excess by 580,000. What explanation do you have this time?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, at the time, we were unfortunate to record some incidents of cholera, and there were 2 deaths. Even though the victim didn't come from our municipality, but they died in our facility. So they had to be contact tracing, among others. So we had to spend, and we also had to ensure that there was enough cleanliness to avert any further such occurrences, Honorable Chair.
So to ensure enough cleanliness, what extra did you do to warrant this excess expenditure?
Honorable Chair, one, because of the contact tracing, they had to go out of our jurisdiction to ensure that they trace the various places of contact where the victims came from. Then we also had to organize...
Okay, tell me, in such a typical situation, what is the typical expenditure line you have to finance, the contact tracing? Do you rent cars? Do you pay extra personnel? The health workers aren't enough. What is the real expenditure lines you...
Honorable Chair, that's precisely the case, because the hospital staff and the Ghana Health Service, they will need to move from one place to the other to ensure that all those people who have come into contact with such victims are traced, so that they can offer the necessary pieces of advice.
So did they trace this, Director, hold it. Did they trace this within just Ayawaso North Municipality or beyond?
Far beyond, Honorable, because the victims didn't come from our municipality, but so they died in the Mamobi General Hospital. So and so they had to extend.
So far beyond, and you had to bear the costs?
Honorable Chair, because it took place within our facility.
So you had to bear the costs?
So it was assumed that they are our people.
So what have you done about the refund of that amount, 580,000?
Honorable Chair, as I said, because of our low IGL base, we've not been able to refund yet.
Director, you have yet another infraction, which also is on administration. By the guidelines that operated, you were allowed to spend up to 10%. Out of the allocation of 4.1, it means that you couldn't have spent more than 412,000, yet, again, you spent double of that. In fact, more than double, 896,000 on administrative expenditure for that year alone. What is the problem this time?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, at the time, we are one of the newly established assemblies, and we needed offices to house our substructures, NI and others. So at the time, we were renting for them. But for now, we've been able to put up facilities for all such, institutions within our jurisdiction. So we have
when I raised a query on the first infraction on local governance, this was the exact explanation you gave. But now...
Those ones were on substructures.
Yes. And now...
This one about NIA, Information Services Department, and NCC's ambulance.
So what did you do with these structures that allowed you to spend this much? What exactly did you do? You built new facilities? What did you do?
We were renting for them, but now we have been able to put up facilities to accommodate them.
Have you refunded this money back to the DACF account?
Honorable Chair, we've not been able to do that yet.
Let me make it easier
Yes.
for you. You spent, out of the 4.1 million they gave you, you overspent it by over 1 million. I mean, you don't have to, do you have to build boreholes in Ablekuma, Ayawaso North? Do you have to reshape roads? Do you have to build portable toilets? Masa, you refund this money into the common fund account. You pay 20, at this amount, 20% of it, of your IGF, you use it to, your IGF, you use it to pay 20% of this 1 million. You do this, spread it over 5 years, and then pay it back. So you have your IGF this year, take 20% of this, that will be 250,000. No, that will be 200,000, and you pay back into there.
Well noted, Honorable
Yes.
Chair. Very well noted.
And what do you call it? The auditors will keep track of that one.
Very well, Honorable
Honorable
Chair.
Chair, just a quick one. So, Honorable MCD, what measures do you now have in place to ensure that you don't come back next year to answer the same questions?
No.
Honorable Chair, in fact, this time around, because we've been able to put up facilities for all such institutions, probably including our own assembly, which will be moving in the next few days, we'll no longer be using our resources to pay for such facilities, for which reason we'll no longer go back into that.
You sound very sincere. Were you there when this infraction occurred?
Very well, Honorable Chair.
All right, Chair, thanks.
All right. Ayawaso North. You have an issue at paragraph 357. And Honorable Nase will handle that one.
Thank you very much, Chairman. MCD, welcome.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Yeah, I think it's the same infractions my senior colleague was talking about when he had to use the people's money, the DACF, to pay for your office rentals. So you use 257,000 to pay for rent.
That's so, Honorable Chair.
And have you refunded it? Have you refunded the money?
Honorable Chair, no, we have not been able to refund. But what it was is this, that we were supposed to follow up to the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Rural Affairs and the District Assembly Common Fund Administration to persuade them to assist us complete our new office block so that we can move in to curtail the continuous payment of rent from the common fund. And indeed, we did that, Honorable Chair.
So now your office is complete.
Almost, sir.
So you have moved to your office.
Possibly this June we'll move in.
So meaning you are going to pay another rent?
No, Honorable Chair. We only paid for half year, 6 months. And that ends in this June. And this June, inshallah, will go in.
So you have used the DACF to pay for January to June this year?
Honorable Chair, that's so.
Chairman.
Yes. It's part of the money you are refunding, right? The rent.
Very well, Honorable
Yes.
Chair.
It's part of the money you are refunding. Now let's go to the next one. It's 395, and Honorable Cletus will handle that one.
No, but that's not my decision.
It's 395. It's about a stolen deep freezer.
I was enough. My friends and brothers constituency, Honorable Jaja. MC, welcome. Let me commend you and
Thank
your
you,
MP.
Honorable
You are
Chair.
doing a good job. Keep it up.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Yeah, so this infraction, 395. What was your explanation? Explain to the committee how it happened.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. This incident happened, Honorable Chair, early January 2025. No, rather December. December, right after the general election. Immediately after the declaration of results, some youth within the municipality
Questions?
went on rampage, some of which went into our offices, vandalized and took possession of those items which we had procured to be distributed to people with disability. And that was what happened. We reported the matter to the police, Honorable Chair. They have been able to retrieve 7 of them, leaving 6.
7 deep freezers.
Well, have you reported to the police or something? Do you have any report about it?
Yes, Honorable Chair. We wrote to the police about it. In fact, after they had even retrieved, we actually wrote to commend them and asking for further status, but for now they have not been able to retrieve the rest of them.
So,
Chairman, I'll leave it.
We ain't some we are course channel so I'm not so jemre. That's an so bad in the Dumbi Romania. Only Bishia na ya sign as more quite strong so.